The Interfaith Statement has been released. I won't read the whole thing, but just go through some of the highlights. You can pause it and read it if you would like. It starts off saying, in the spirit of unity, shared responsibility, human fraternity, they're at this pivotal moment of the climate change crisis. That sentence ends with, our faith instills in us a sacred duty to cherish not only our human family, but also the fragile ecosystem that cradles us. They recognize the sorrow that many experience and will respond effectively. They welcome the contributions of science, traditional, religious, and indigenous knowledge, advocating for human rights in a clean, healthy, and sustainable environment, a declaration adopted by the General Assembly in 2022. They're recognizing the intrinsic rights of ecosystems encompassing water, oceans, and seas to exist, thrive, and rejuvenate. They welcome all into the embrace of social inclusion, building bridges that transcend differences and nurture unity, highlighting the experience of faith groups in strengthening the resilience of local communities and indigenous peoples to climate shocks, etc. Welcoming actions by faith actors across different backgrounds since COP26 to redirect their investments into nature positive ones, aligning with the goals of a transition to a new, inclusive, and just development paradigm. They acknowledge faith-compliant finance for sustainable development, harnessing resources for the well-being of all sentient beings today and in the future. The word sentient means being able to perceive or feel things. They recognize the connections between climate change, migration, and conflict, and the potential role of people of faith as environmental peace builders, acknowledging the urgent need for a narrative of development and actions that align with values that foster the well-being and sustainable development, a framework rooted in hope and courage. They go on to acknowledge the profound interconnectedness of one another with the intricate web of life that envelops us. They humbly pledge to address these multifaceted crises through the prism of values, ethics, and spirituality. They stand united in acknowledging profound convergence of wisdom across diverse faiths, religious, cultural, and indigenous traditions. The declaration ends with, we embrace the mantle of love, stewardship, and care for creation, recognizing our willingness and responsibility to safeguard the earth. Catholic News Agency indicates the urgency of this hour demands we act swiftly, collaboratively, and resolutely to heal our wounded world. Revelation 13, verse 12 says, he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and caused the earth and them that dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. This goes on to state, among the calls to actions the statement makes, it asks heads of state, governments, and non-state actors to champion the development of a faith-based ecological narrative, continuous learning, and the integration of ecological teachings and values within educational, religious, and cultural institutions, nurturing a holistic understanding of our interconnectedness. I wanted to look briefly at some of the people behind this statement, in addition to Pope Francis and the Grand Imam. One of them is Rabbi David Rosen. He was connected to the Abrahamic family house, which brings the religions together in Abu Dhabi. He was also part of the World Economic Forum's C100 group. That's a council of 100 leaders formed for the purpose of improving relations and cooperation between Muslim and non-Muslim worlds. Another is the Patriarch Bartholomew I. He wrote a book calling to go green for God. It's also said he gave a Quran to the chairman of the Caucasus Muslim Board. And then there's Archbishop Justin Welby. After serving 11 years in the oil industry, he became an archbishop. I am not in the UK, but some of the news in America said a petition was given to the Church of England asking them to scrap a controversial transgender guidance for primary schools. The petition asked the Church of England to reconsider what they called valuing all God's children. Its guidance that maintains children as young as 5 years old should be affirmed in the opposite sex if they identify with it. He also had invited millions of people around the world to swear an oath to King Charles during his coronation. While they may be the ones who are trying to direct the future for our spiritual growth, let's focus on who matters and be loyal to him.